Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. It is Rural 2IC with another morning chat. Yes, you can probably still hear it. The plague or the sniffles or whatever you want to call it just will not let me go. But we still got to muscle through it. Now, I was having a conversation with somebody yesterday who we was kind of going back and forth talking about a variety of different things, but I'm sure as you can see from the title, uh, I told them that you can pretty much get information and inspiration from anywhere. It's all about your mindset and how you take away from whatever it is, whether you're um, watching something, listening to something, reading something, or whatever. If you go into it with a bad attitude or closed off or anything like that, you're probably doing yourself a disservice. Versus if you go in with an open mind and take in what it is and really try to pick it apart and pull out the pieces, then you can, probably get some pretty valuable stuff out of there. And so they challenged me and they said, all right, let's do this and this. And we went back and forth. And then they said, okay, well, what would you get out of a movie like Home Alone? And I laughed. I was like, that is probably a really, really good prepper movie. And they were stunned. And I said, no, stop and think about it. You have young Kevin, who his family accidentally leaves him, and therefore he is in an SHTF situation. Now, what he decides to do is that, the threat seems to be from the outside. So he's going to bug in. That's where all of his stuff is. That's where he knows the best. That's, where he's familiar with. So he's going to bug in for his SHTF situation. And he goes through and he, does his stuff, trying to be as normal as possible, having some fun, which is probably what a lot of us would do. And then when threat does arrive, what does he do? Well, first of all, he knows he's outmanned. It's 2 versus 1. Secondly, he knows he's outmuscled. Those are grown people. He's a small child, so, he's not going to be as physically strong. 3, he's outgunned. They have a real one. He's got a BB. So, he's got a lot of disadvantages. But what he can do is use what he has available to him. Now, I know it's Hollywood theatrics and all that, and it's what makes it a movie. Otherwise, if it was quote unquote realistic, there really wouldn't be a movie, right? And so he starts setting up, he starts preparing. What's he do? He pulls out a piece of paper and a crayon, starts drawing his house and starts drawing the different rooms and what different traps and different things that he can put in there, to thwart off the bad people. Okay, let's go that way. And yes, I know a lot of them were kind of over the top and things like that, but that's what made it a cute little comedy movie. Some of them are halfway realistic and things like that you could actually use to your advantage to set something up to where you make it harder for somebody during an SHTF event to get close to your house or to get inside of your house and things like that. There's a lot you can take away from that movie. Setting up perimeters, setting up to where you funnel somebody. Look, if you're going to come in, you're going to come in this one section, and you're going to go right down to where I want you to go. And ultimately, it's one of those. In that movie, nobody's coming to save you. He was bound and determined he was going to do it himself. And I think that kind of really sets the stage for SHTF. Now, it's not going to be a fun comedy when an SHTF event happens, but it gives you something to go on. The basic principles are there. They just theatrically Hollywood dramatized it and made it funny, but you have to realize, what am I going to do? Am I bugging in or bugging out? Where's my resources? Where am I the safest? Uh, you know, put pen to paper, start planning things out. He even went to the store. He went outside of his home to gather more resources. There's different things that you could really pull from this movie and from a lot of movies, from TV shows, from books, from a lot of things. If you go into it with the mindset that, hey, there might be something in here that I could utilize or pull from or get an idea from, then you might be surprised. But I'm going to go to work. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you have a blessed day. Stay tuned because there's more information to come. And with that, remain united because we're all prepping in this together.